Hi guys, my name's Ellie, welcome to my channel, and I look awesome. It's a Saturday morning, there's a lot of freezing snow, sleet stuff happening, so I thought I'd finally bite the bullet and do my empties and new products. So I haven't done these in a while because I just didn't have the energy, and I was like, let's just save it for the end of the year, and now it's most of the way through January. Yes, I am wearing a turkey onesie because I bought this for a bar crawl, and it's actually really comfy and it's warm, so I can kind of roll out of bed, throw it on, and like make breakfast and whatever without getting cold again. But you're not here for that. You're here for empties. So let's just get all this shit out of my room. This is from Carol's Daughter. This is a super green strength and length leave-in tonic, so I use it as a detangler. I liked it quite a bit. I tried a couple of these. There's probably another one further in here. Yeah, so this is the Sacred Tiara, which is also leave-in conditioner. So this one was length and strength. This was anti-breaking and anti-frizz. I like them both, but I'm thinking as my hair grows out, it's not needing as much detangling because it's not fried bleached hair all over. It's just, you know, starting to be my regular hair again. So I don't know how many of these I'm going to keep picking up, but I did enjoy them. In theory, I have quite a few of these in here. I just need to find all of them. Oh man, there's stuff in here that I totally forgot I used in the last couple months. Okay, so we'll start with this. I have two of these that I found so far. These are the Shea Moisture African Black Soap Clarifying Problem Skin Toner. I like this quite a lot. I spray it on a cotton round and then I just rub it all over my face. I'm sure I have more of these in here because I use these pretty quickly because I like to tone my face and I have no setting of what's enough. So, I liked those quite a bit. I got a pack of Mario Badescu toners from my sister for Christmas, so I'm using those currently, which I am liking, so I don't know which one I'll purchase when we get back to it, but I just have to keep going because there's so much in here. This is a Tresemme huge ass conditioner. This was in Touchable Softness. I used it up. I also mixed it with hair dye back when I was toning my hair. This is something I'm actually quite proud of. This is brush cleaner. This is the Masters Brush Cleaner and Preserver. I use it on my makeup brushes, and it was full. It's like a cake that you kind of like suds up with the brush. I used the whole thing. I bought another one. It's over on my dresser, and I liked it a lot. Ooh, I should probably leave that open so I can get stuff. I closed it, but since it's all going into a recycling bin, open means more stuff can get into the crevices. I don't know how many of these I have. More. I'm sure there's more. This is what I found right so far. These are from Ion. They are the semi-permanent color. I have a violet gray, a smoky amethyst, and a lavender because I was mixing them all together to get the purple that I wanted to tone my hair. They're quite nice. If you, there's so much more in here. I just kept putting stuff in and not doing an update because I didn't want to, and it has backfired on me. I found another one of the African Black Soap toners. I also have this Kiehl's Ultra Facial Toner. This I liked a lot as well. I think this was really good for calming my skin down, because if I try something that makes it angry, which I've kind of realized might be acids for me. It's not the best, but this was very calming and cleansing. I'm trying to get all my skincare out of here, but it's just... Oh, I found another one! Another African Black Soap toner. I used up this. This is the Ole Henriksen Pore Balancing Facial Sauna Scrub. I didn't like it that much. It was a little too coarse in that the pieces were too big to properly get like a good buff, and it was really thick, so it was really hard to like get out of the tube, especially because your hands are wet. If you're using a scrub, you're at like usually partially through your makeup and taking off stuff. And your hands are generally wet by then, so trying to like get a good grip on this and squeeze it and catch it, it was a lot, so I didn't like that much. It wasn't not effective, like it was more scrub than not scrubbing, but it wasn't like the microdermabrasion, like skin polishing buff that I like. Ooh, I used this up just a little bit ago. No. Yes. This is the Laneige Water Bank Eye Gel. I liked it quite a bit. It worked really well. I recently bought some more skincare from Zero in Skin, which is also looped in with Atomic Cosmetics. So if you know Dr. Jen, she's got a fantastic line of everything. She's fancy. She's got her PhD, hence Dr. Jen. She's got a great page on Facebook if you want to ask questions or get clarification on how you're supposed to use different products, or if you just want to see her talk about her formulation process, because she's hand formulating and hand making everything on the site. Also, you can see pictures of her and how nicely she's aged, which is a great endorsement of the products. I have a couple of her lipsticks that I've ended up letting go because they were old, but they worked really well. I need to try out her face eyeshadow, that one. I need to try out her eyeshadow at some point, but every time I try her skincare, it's generally really, really good. So I picked up an eye cream and a serum, and of course she sent like a fistful of samples of other stuff as well, because she's fantastic. I like her a lot, and I'm hoping to move my skin over to all using her stuff, but I have to figure out something, because I don't know if I'm reading things wrong or if I'm just being stupid, but I am getting low, or getting to a point where I should start ordering the next facial moisturizer, because I'm getting to like the halfway and below point of the one I'm on, and, you know, assuming shipping times and all of that and how quickly I use up stuff, I need another one on the way. And I went to look through her site, and the ones that I assumed were facial moisturizers said hand and body, so I'm wondering if they're too heavy for my face. But if I go into like face creams, they're all night creams. So I don't know if the way she formulates her serums is that they're moisturizing enough that you shouldn't need anything just for day to day, or if she just hasn't updated the labels on the ones that are also cleared for your face. It might just be me being nervous, but generally if something says hand and body cream, it's too heavy for facial skin. It tends to break me out, all stuff like that. So I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. I have some testing to do. Because the serum that I have from her is quite lotion-like, so I'm wondering if, on top of it being a serum, it's not one like the thin, slippery serums, it's more like a cream. I'm wondering if it's moisturizing enough for day use, unless you have like very dry skin, or if I am just supposed to use the one that says hand and body, and it's just hand, body, and face. I don't know yet, but I'm nervous. So, Dr. Jen, if you somehow see this, please tell me. I'm nervous. It's also great if when you order from her, because you get an email from like Dr. Jennifer Dietrich, and it was really weird for me because I work in healthcare, and I was like, which one of the doctors got my email and why are they sent? Oh, it's about my skincare order. It's fine. So yeah, that's what's going on there. More than you guys needed to know. Oh, this is the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Moisturizer. This is something I've been using. I did like it. So if I can't figure out a skincare thing, I might buy more of that. Oh, I have so much in here. Why do I have so much in here? Who let me accumulate so much? This is from Herbivore. This is the Blue Tansy, or was the Blue Tansy Resurfacing Clarity Mask. I don't know how I feel about this. It like kind of tingle burned a little bit while it was on, but I also don't know if it was like super, super effective. I used it. You can see kind of like the gross color that it was in the corner. Yeah. It was really blue-gray. I also used up the last of this Boscia Cactus Water hydrating cream. I had some left over from when I did my Boscia thing, and I just wanted to clear out the sample, so I did. I liked that as well. I've had really good luck with facial moisturizers lately, so I don't know why I'm so nervous. This is one of the reasons. This is the Ordinary AHA BHA Peeling Solution. After the last little bits that's been running around it, it's not really enough to get on my face. I did like this a lot, but I think I'm stepping away from acids for a while. So, and I'm not really buying from Deciem or The Ordinary right now at all. There's so much in here. I'm trying to find all the skincare before we get into the other things, and it's just not letting me. Let's see, let's pull some face moisturizers. This is a sheet mask. I don't know who it's from. It says it's with Iceland water. It was peach. Iceland glacial water face masks. That was the other thing my sister gave me with the pack of toners was face. The other thing she gave me with that was a pack of sheet masks. Because she's learning that I like things, and that was a good choice. This is another face mask I have as well. This was Vitamin Collagen Essence Masks for brightening, firming, and refining. I also used this red wine facial sheet mask. I liked it as well. I have a lot of sheet masks, hence why I'm trying to use them up. So you'll see a lot of them in here. These are hair care. This is the Caviar moisture conditioner and shampoo packet that I tried out. I liked it. It was alright. This was the Diva Curl Melt into Moisture Matcha Butter Conditioning Mask. I liked this, but it didn't end up smelling that much like matcha, which I like matcha. If there's matcha in something, I'll get excited about it. Ooh. I went through a pack of cotton rounds. This is 100 count exfoliating cotton rounds. I feel like I had more skincare in here. Ooh, I tried this out. This was the Lancome Advanced Genifique Serum, or Double Concentrate. It was alright. Nothing super special. This was actually pretty nice. This was the Kiehl's Silk Groom Serum. It was a leave-in hair serum for, like, smoothing. I liked it quite a bit. I enjoyed it enough to, like, open it up and really, really get all the last little bits out of it. It was nice. I finished off this. This is the Boscia Detoxifying Black Cleanser. I used most of it up, and then it just sat in the corner because I didn't feel like pumping the last little bits out or trying to, like, scrape them out. It worked pretty well, but honestly not that much different than any other facial soap. I also finished up this. This is the Boscia Clear Complexion Tonic. I used this as a toner for a while. I liked it as well. Again, I've had pretty good luck with toners and facial moisturizers, and they just haven't had that much wrong with them, but they also haven't been that amazing. Ooh, this is from Dr. Robux. This is the Biro 2-in-1 Mask and Scrub. It was weird. I had to look up the instructions because there's just the ingredients on the back. There's no explanation, no like how long you leave it on. If you exfoliate and then wash it off. If you put it off, let it sit, then exfoliate it off. Too much work. This is from Philosophy. This is the Renewed Hope in a Jar Refreshing and Refining Moisturizer. Again, worked pretty well. A lot of these little samples are just kind of used on my hands and forearms because I didn't want to test something for just a day or two on my face. That seemed like a lot. Ooh, this is also from Dr. Jen. This is one of her lip balms. She makes these Lipvana lip balms, and it won't go up anymore, and it was scraping my lips, so it's done. But very, very moisturizing, very nice. They come in a lot of different scents, and actually probably flavors, because I think she changes the oil that goes in to make the different varieties. But they're all very nice and moisturizing. I think we're legitimately running out of skincare things. Ooh, I did try this. This is the Shea Moisture Coconut and Hibiscus Radiant Mud Mask with Sonji Mushroom. I didn't particularly care for this. I didn't feel like it did much. And I feel like it's a lot of packaging for just a single use of face mask. Are we at the end? Is the rest just... I think other than these, the rest might be makeup. So this is the Boom Toothy Tabs from Lush. I used the last of these up. I like these a lot. They're very gritty, very deep cleaning to get all of the plaque off of your teeth. So if you have any issues with like plaque sitting in different spots, if you have like a weird divot or dent, or I have teeth that are very curved in the back, so getting all the plaque off the back of my front 2 teeth can be an ordeal. This gets it all off. And I've been really liking these. These are from Premio, or no, they're from Apagard. They are the Premio, I squeezed it too well. Hydroxyapatite toothpaste. So these are remineralizing toothpastes. They are fantastic. They're from Japan. They will help with teeth sensitivity, with overall teeth health, with, you know, strengthening enamel and stuff. They are fantastic. They work really, really, really well. So I ordered them off Amazon because they're great. I know a lot of different toothpastes also say, oh, we have this and that, whatever, but if I remember correctly, I researched these, and they have some type of magical science thing that is approved in Japan and is working fantastic. They just haven't moved it into America because we're just not as careful about our teeth here. So these are great. I've gone through 2 of them. I like them a lot. They do really help with sensitivity and the strength of your teeth. Ooh. This is from First Aid Beauty. It's a facial cleanser sample. Yeah. It was alright. Nothing special. Okay, is that the last of it? Yes, I think the rest of this is all stuff I use as makeup. Yeah. Okay, so let's start with these. This is the NYX First Base Priming Spray. I like it. I've used it in the past. It's something I pick up whenever I'm just like, no. Because I know I like it. It's not like the best in the world, but it's pretty good. So if I'm wanting to use a different primer or try something else out, or I just want to be cheap, I'll pick up one of those. This is the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix spray. So it's the makeup setting spray. I liked it. It went quite well. It did go kind of quickly. So I don't know if this is what I'm going to pick up. I'm kind of tempted to go back to the Too Faced Sweet Peach setting spray, but I don't have to yet because I've got some other stuff. I have some things I want to try. I have a couple that I'm just getting out of my collection. This is the Urban Decay Urban Addictions. It was a little like point perk from Sephora. I used up all of one shade and a good chunk of the other 2, and I just don't need them. I don't need another dark brown shade. And Fireball and Backfire are the other 2 that I did a whole bunch of work with. I played with them. I got to know them enough to know that Fireball's nice, but I have comparable shades. I don't need to buy it. And Backfire, it's a weird middle shade that I just didn't. It was fun to put places, but it's not something I would have gone out of my way to use. So, got some interesting uses out of it. It's done. This is from Sigma. This is the Lip Switch in Flip Flop. I did a lot of panning. I got it most of the way down, and I just got to a point where it was really hard to get. You had to like sit it on its side, then swoop this thing, and I don't care enough. So, this I'm counting as finished. And then this is from Bite Beauty. It is the mini of Amuse Bouche in Radish. I used it down to here, and then it just sat. I kept thinking I was going to finish it and use it the rest of the way up, and I just didn't. So, we're just calling it, getting it out of my fucking collection. Because it really, for most of a year, it's just been sitting there on my dresser, looking at me and not getting used. I had a moment where I just went crazy. I've decluttered a bunch of stuff, I've pulled a bunch of things out, I've made a huge 50 pan project pan, which was probably going to be somewhere in the links, my update. I'm feeling cluttered, and so I got rid of a bunch of stuff. I have a chunk, which I'm going to talk about in a second, that's, I've decluttered that's going to go to a friend. I've decluttered a lot. I filled a whole, like, when I get a Sephora box, you know, like, the minimum they'll put it in is, like a nice tall box, which is, like, this wide, this tall. I packed one of those full of makeup for a friend, because I was just like, it's the stuff that's good, and I'm not using it, and it's gonna go bad, and I need somebody else to use it, so here. And she's having a lot of fun with it. So, it did the purpose of going to some place where it's gonna get better usage. This is a Real Techniques sponge. I used it. It is dead. Ooh, this is another one that I was just getting rid of. This is from ColourPop. This is their eyeliner in Prance. And I used a good chunk of it, but I'm not really using it, and I'm not using it in the ways that I would need this color, and if I do start using this again, I need a new one. It's old enough, I just need it gone. I have a lot of stuff that I just went crazy at. This is from Fenty. It's a little sample of one of their foundations. I used it to the point that I couldn't pump it out anymore, so it's done. This is at 150. It was a good shade match, and I like that foundation, but I have another foundation, so we don't have to worry about it. This is Haze. It's the Cosmic Face Powder. Oh, it's from Stellar. It was Cosmic Face Powder in Haze, and I did like it quite a bit. This is one of the things I would consider getting once I'm further through the RCMA No Color powder I have over there, which I know that sounds daunting, but I've panned them before. It'll be fine. I've used up a full RCMA No Color face powder. If you use one of the same item, even if it's a big item, every day you do your makeup, eventually it'll go away. So don't be intimidated by huge products if it's the one you have of it, and it's the one thing you're going to use. So face powders I go through pretty quickly. This I liked a lot. I feel like it really did blur my pores quite well. I feel like it did a really good job keeping the pink tone of my skin. I'm actually going to set this aside so I can like the product on Sephora. So when I do go to pick up powder again, I can find it. These are, I cut this one open. It was longer. These are the Primed and Peachy Cooling Matte Skin Perfecting Primer from Too Faced. Various sizes of samples that I used up. I liked it. I'm not sure if let me not say that. Eventually, if I get to a point in my collection where I'm confident, I have a plan to test some stuff, because the Too Faced Peachy collection has been fantastic. Everything I've tried from it has been really good. So I would like to get to a point with my collection where I have enough room in it to say, I'm going to buy one of everything. So the primer, the foundation, the setting powder, the spray, a blush, a highlighter, the eyeshadow palette, and a lipstick. It's going to be a long time, but then I can do a thorough review of the line. Because, again, I liked the primer, I liked the foundation, I loved the setting spray. The powder was really quite good. I think if I had the right mix between it added a little bit of beige to my skin. So I think if I get the right foundation to go with it, they'll pair really well, which is what I had. If I had a foundation that was a little too light, I would set it with that powder because it adds just a touch of, like, bring it back down to a skin tone. And I'm interested in the eyeshadow. It's been on my buy list, my curiosity list for a long time. I just haven't had a good hole that it would fit. Like, I have peachy tones. I don't need those colors, but I was very interested in it. So I'm thinking once I pan some stuff and have an acceptable place for it in my collection, I can do that. I have some lipsticks that I did a whole big declutter of, and I'm gonna get in the habit of using those more so I can then justify saying I've panned 4 lipsticks in a row. I know my color preferences, I'm wearing it consistently. Then I will allow myself to buy more lipstick. Currently I have a ton of glosses, just so many glosses, that I'm panning as well to kind of trim down it to what I need. I don't need 5 of them, maybe 2. And even then, it's a maybe. So once I'm there, then I can have a good, it will make what seems like a ridiculous YouTuber, I bought the whole line, I spent $2,000 at Sephora, those type of clickbait videos. I think it will change it from an attention-grabbing clickbait video to me having a place for all these things in my collection and being able to give a thorough review of the whole line, where I can test out the highlighter, where I can test out the blush formula, which is interesting to me, but I'm not there yet. I have a lot of blush. The lipsticks, they're interesting to me, and the packaging is great, and I've heard good things about them, but I need to know more about my preferences before I'm confident buying it. Now that I'm done with that rant. I have some other stuff I used up. Oh, my posture's bad. This is the Benefit Their Real Tinted Lash Primer. This is like my staple. I also used up a roller lash, which is also really nice. I did a thing where I pulled out this, and I had bought a Tarte Tarteist Pro, because they were the two of the samples and things that I had bought in the past. They were the ones that I loved. and I wanted to see if they still held up with my having tried a whole bunch of different things now and have different preferences. They still hold up. They're still quite nice. I also used up this Shiseido Urban Environment Oil-Free UV Protector. I have a lot of sunscreen to kind of trim through, but then I'm going to go back to this because this is great. It's a physical sunscreen. It's a great primer. It mattifies my skin. It goes fantastic under foundation. Like, this is a great product, both for skincare and for makeup. So if you have oily skin, oily pale skin in particular, and you need something under your foundation to give you that all-day sun protection to make you more confident that you're not going to burn or not going to just get that just daily damage from the sun, as well as give something your foundation can grip to and helps keep you matte, because foundations over this stay more matte than over other mattifying primers. So this, anytime somebody's like, I have oily skin, I'm like, this will matte down your foundation like nothing else without being drying. Like, this was never uncomfortable. It was just fantastic. Now that I'm done gushing. And I think that's it. I think that's the last thing, is this Cover FX Translucent Light Perfect Setting Powder. I hated this. I really did. It had a nasty smell. Not like nasty, just like cardboardy. Just not scentless, not scented, not a nice smell, just a very, like, you grabbed a fistful of sawdust and put it on your face kind of smell. Which you'd think that I would like. Of all the people, I would like something that smells like sawdust, because my mom's a woodworker. They're doing construction all around my house forever. I've always been around the wood, paint, varnishing type smells. But this one just really annoyed me. It was like cardboard mixed with sawdust when I was expecting something either just nothingness or pleasant scented. And I just don't think it did much. I know it's a setting powder, less of a, like mattifying, but it just didn't seem to do much. It was a little yellow. Didn't like it. So, that is everything out of my Empties bag. Since we are so late in the month, the next one's probably going to be end of February that I'm going to do this again. And now we get to talk about all the stuff I bought before the end of the year. I have it all in front of me, I think. I'm pretty sure. That was the other thing. I was like, okay, we're going to at least get to the end of the year, so all the stuff that I bought is here, and I can do a clean slate, and then all my updates moving forward will be things that I either bought within my low buy or whatever. And then I didn't do that. To be fair, I haven't bought any makeup in the month of January yet. But not all of my purchases are here yet either. So let's talk about useful things. I am getting quite low on 2 foundations that I have, so I bought the Makeup Forever Water Blend Face and Body Foundation. I like it. I've used it in a Get Ready With Me for you guys. It's very, very thin and jelly and spreads out quite well into a nice, like, even tint. So for sheer coverage, this is quite nice. I do like it. I think I will enjoy it as I use through. But I'll probably buy something a little bit more full coverage afterwards, just depending on the days. I also picked up this Bobbi Brown Infrared eyeshadow palette. I also did a palette focus on this. It's quite pretty. I like it a lot so far. I think this fits a good spot of my collection where I might have been lacking, and not even lacking that much. I said that in the palette focus, but we'll talk about it again. So the Naked Heat Tartelette Toasted type palettes, they've been coming out that are just warm neutrals. Like really neutral, warm neutrals. So not even like the orange and stuff like that. The ones that are just like brick reddish tones and golds and coppers. This is what it does for me. It gives me the same types of looks that I would get from the Naked Heat palette. So I think this is going to work to do that and have some fun. The formula was really, really nice. I'm going to use it a little bit more and play with it, but I have it. It was bought in 2018. I also bought this. I had been wanting, I don't know why, but I had a very specific urge over the last several years to get the Tarte holiday set. And I didn't pick it up And then this one came out, it was a pineapple. So I bought it. It came with a little, you know, eyeliner and a mini mascara. There's like a lip balmy type thing that's over there because I smushed it. Because I did not expect it to be quite so soft. But the inside looks like this. Yeah. I like it. I've used it a couple times. I do enjoy the formula. It's a little, just like a little less good than the normal Tarte formula, but still very usable. The mattes are a little powdery, but again, they're still showing up. They're still blending well. And the shimmers do show up as well, which is good. That's something I've had concerns with from other holiday palettes, not necessarily from Tarte, but from other brands, that they go down in quality. The mattes don't show up. The shimmers need a glitter stick type stuff, and this is something I can use the way I use most eyeshadows without an issue. I like it, and it's ridiculously shaped, and I like it. The facial powders were a little less good. They were a little less pigmented, which I get. You're aiming it towards a larger audience. You don't want them to be very, very pigmented. I also don't have any, well, I have the blushes. Tarte blushes generally are a bit more pigmented than the ones in here. I also picked up the Tarte Pro Remix. I've also done some looks with this. It looks like this. It's very nice. It is a really good formula. There's only, 3 mattes in here? So this is a mainly shimmer formula. And honestly, you can kind of see on this section that it is on kind of neutral. I like it. The formula does work quite well. I think it's pretty. And I am trying to be supportive and say, yes, Tarte, keep inching towards color. You're getting there. I think they have a good formula for color shadows so far. And I want to see them be more confident and bring out something that really is a bright, bright palette, because this is them stepping towards it, and my opinion is if we trash them, if we call them out for not going far enough, they might step back and not continue forward into color. Whereas if we say, yes, good first step, keep going, we're more likely to get the bright, colorful things that Tarte can do, and they have a good formula for. It's my opinion. Oh, why? Why do I choke on just swallowing? I also got this, which I've been keeping in the box for some reason. I don't know why. This is from Bare Minerals. This is the Aurora Lights palette. The packaging is gorgeous. And the inside is also very nice. Very, very nice. There we go. As you can see, cool and kind of light to mid-tone with a little bit of darkness. I need to play with this more, honestly. I've used it once, and I was expecting, I don't know why I was expecting the mattes to go darker. I was expecting it to be kind of like the situation I've had with Natasha Denona, where you pick it up and then somehow on the eye it deepens itself. These don't. They're very true to color. That is the purple you will get. That's as dark as it goes. And then I played with this brown, which I think I should play with Force Field, because it looks like a black, but it's actually more like a it's more like a greeny gray. The mid to light shimmers were really, really nice. This green fought me the whole fucking way. Didn't end up looking like that color. Wasn't opaque. Had a ton of fallout. So I need to play with this more and figure out if it's what parts are good and bad and what I'm going to use it for, because this got fantastic reviews from, well, Bare Minerals in general gets fantastic reviews from both Kat and Haley and Beauty News, and they talk, they hype the shit out of Bare Minerals eyeshadow formula. So I was like, this is finally a color story that kind of interests me. It's a gorgeous little packaging. It was great. I think I got a discount on it too, because you get some kind of percentage off for buying through the Bare Minerals site, which is where I found it, and it had free shipping, so I got it there. I need to know if it's because one of the dark colors is bad, or all of them are bad, or what I need to do to make them happen, because I think this has the option to be a really good palette for me, but I've only used it once, and since Dazzle, that green, let me down so badly. I'm a little nervous to try it again. I don't want to be let down. But it has some other lovely colors over here. Like, honestly, this side over is very easy day-to-day, very workable colors, especially for office job lady. So, I need to play with it more, figure out what's going on, and have some stronger opinions. But yeah, that's what I bought in the last couple months. Oh, I lied. I didn't show you one. Hold on. Oh, my butt's falling asleep. Oh, that's helped my posture a ton. So, in my ridiculousness for Black Friday, I bought some stuff from Dawn Eyes Cosmetics. So I bought Scintillating, which is a multi-chrome. I bought Fantastical, which is another multi-chrome. And I also bought Heavenly. I've used Heavenly so far. The other ones I've just swatched. So these are in the smaller sample sizes, which I like that you can get that because honestly I don't need, until I know how I like to use them and what my color preferences are in them, I don't need a full size. I really don't. I feel like saying a teaspoon is in here might be not enough. Let me see if you say. It doesn't tell me how much is, but it's the smaller of the size things. And then she also sent me these fantastic glitters. So I have, oh, you're coming undone. No, stay closed. So this is Denim, which is a gorgeous denim blue. Voxen, which is one I've swatched a lot and really enjoyed. It's this aggressive orange with a greeny gold shift. And this one, which is another one I'm likely to use a lot of, this is Ablaze, which again is a very strong red with like an orangey gold shift. They're a Missouri-based brand, so being in Missouri as well, I was very excited for these. They shipped super fast. They've been really nice. I think these, the multi-chromes are the big draw for me. I like glitter, and I love that she put in some little samples, or I think there might have been a promotion where you got a certain number of glitter with purchase. I don't know, but I'm excited. And these are, 2 of the 3 of them are glitters that I don't have, and I think the third one, Ablaze, is the closest to something I have, but I think it's a little different. So, I have fun with these. I've used them just over, so far I've used Heavenly. Yeah, I've used Heavenly. It's really, really pretty. I've used it on its own. So these, you can mix and match. So far what I figured out is they do adhere to regular eyeshadow primer, at least the ones I use, the Smashbox one, but it's going to be softer. So it's going to be less opaque of a shift. So kind of the difference between just putting on an eyeshadow that goes on alright versus foiling it. So it goes on, it doesn't have as much shine, it shows up a little bit more satin, but again, if you want to work up to multi-chromes being aggressive, this is a good formula to try. I didn't have any issues with fallout or anything like that. Went on just nicely. And I also have patted them over a glitter glue, which I think that is a similar thing that happens because she has a base, I think, that she sells as well. This over glitter glue is very opaque. It really ups the metallic shine of everything and accentuates the shift. So I'm fine with that. I have a glitter glue. I need to use it more anyway. And this is the type of product that's special enough to justify my using a glitter glue. So I've worn it a couple times. I need to use the other 2. I just don't really know when I'm going to use them. Honestly, Scintillating is probably going to be like a really nice, fun, but wear to work shade. So I'm really liking them. I need to play some more. Eventually, once I have full thoughts and like several looks, because honestly, I'm probably just going to throw them all over the lid. Most of the times I use them, I'm going to just put that just all over the lid with something in the crease because they are enough of a statement piece on their own with the shift that I don't think I would enjoy like putting them into a structured look with like a crease and an outer corner and an inner corner. I just want it all over my face, pretty much. But that is finally everything that I believe I have so far. But I did order some stuff from Clean Out Cosmetics. It was a big purchase. It was not necessarily a smart purchase either, but I was very excited. Clean Out Cosmetics is kind of my exception for my low buy, which if I haven't told you, I've told you in other videos, but we'll say it again here. I am attempting not to buy much of anything. I'm good on foundation until this runs out, or, you know, I need something else. I'm basically going to be replacing foundations, primers, mascaras, setting powder, stuff like that. I'm going to be replacing those as I use them up. And color cosmetics, so eyeshadow palettes, lipsticks, blushes, highlights, bronzers even, anything like that that I have a pretty big backstock of, I'm going to be counting as new purchases, and I'm going to be trying to limit myself to one per month, and those are going to accumulate. So if I don't buy anything in January, which I'm not intending to because I want to get at least 1 or 2 months in before I start really considering purchasing things, if I don't buy anything in, you know, the first 3 months, then the 4th month I have 4 purchases I can use. My goal is to really save most of those for the end of the year, and kind of like have a bit of a treat for myself, and maybe I won't even be wanting to use them. Maybe we get to the end of the month and the end of the year, and I don't want all 12 purchases. Maybe I don't. I don't know yet I'm gonna count gifts as, just because I don't know. Some of this is going to be things I make exceptions for, some things are not, but mainly I'm going to try and limit my spending and shop my stash more and really focus on things I already have, because I have a lot. I really don't need anything else. So things that really, really grab, like just burrow into my brain and say, I need it. I can't stop thinking about it. I've been thinking about it for 3 months. I need it. Those are hopefully the things that I will be using my purchases on, with a lot more research behind them, a lot more thought going into what's happening. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I have a very large order coming from Clean Out Cosmetics, because they're one of the ones where if I don't have purchases, I very well might buy it anyway, just because I love Clean Out Cosmetics so much and I want to continue to support them, and their releases are generally more interesting and unique than other things on the market, so it's less likely that I'll have a dupe of whatever they're coming out with. And I want to give them my money and help them succeed. So, they came out with a, it's like 62 degrees north, I don't know, it's Arctic Circle. Whatever the Arctic Circle is, it's that, latitude. Maybe it's 58. Anyway, they came out with a bunch of singles reflecting the color scheme and stories of, you know, the Arctic area, Canada, all of that gorgeousness. And I ordered the whole thing. A, because I want to see them succeed, and I want to do that, and B, because it's a gorgeous range. It's a lot of those cooler greens and blues and purples that people are asking for, and I wanted them, and I know I like the Clean Out formula, so it's 28 singles that are coming in the mail. Again, that's not something I needed, but it's gorgeous, and I want to, I'm hoping that that's something I can kind of just really drag out and make it something where I review like a quad, and that's, you know, my new item for the month. And then I can, you know, after we've done a bunch of it and done it, I can have stronger opinions about more of the formulas, just things. I just want to talk about Clean Out Cosmetics, and I'm very excited about that. I'm very excited about having a chunk of new items that when I am feeling itchy, I can pull one out and say, you know what, let's focus on this. I haven't used this shadow nearly enough. Let's dig into this and pair it in with my Project Pan items and stuff like that. So I ordered it back, I want to say it came out around Black Friday. I might be lying. I have gotten the notification, so it has shipped. It is coming up eventually, but that is still technically a purchase that was in 2018, so it doesn't count towards my 2019 12 options or replacements. This is a really long video for you guys. Thank you for tolerating it. I'm gonna go. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time, and hopefully these will instead be empties and low buy updates as opposed to empties and what I bought. hopefully. I'm gonna go. I lied. I'm not done yet. I told you I would show you the things that I'm decluttering to my friend, because one of my friends is back home, and she does not have nearly as much makeup as I have, and I told her I would pull some stuff out that I like, but, you know, she would get better usage out of. So I have a stack of things that I'm going to give to her that I want you guys to know are leaving my collection. So in the Empties seemed like a good place to talk about it. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar Mini, so it's got a couple shades out of there. I had a couple of these because they were point perks for Sephora, and this is the second one I'm giving away, just because I've also given away the actual chocolate bar by now. This is from Colourpop. This is the Femme Rosa She palette, which is honestly, it's really, really nice. It's very pretty. This is one of the things that was counting as I probably don't need the Too Faced Peachy Matte Perfect something. The matte eyeshadow that's part of the Peach Perfect found range. A lot of the tones are in here, but I haven't reached for this in quite a while, so I'm going to give it to her. I think it's something she can get a lot of really lovely looks out of, with a couple things in the crease, some very easy, fantastic shimmers. I think she'll like that. This is the Dose of Colors Eyes Cream Palette. This technically was in my Project 50 pan, but I have noticed I have absolutely no interest in using it. Since I had that Get Ready With Me, I realized that they're just not where I thought they were. I think they're a better formula for her. And if she doesn't like them, she's got a daughter that can use them as fun paint. I don't know. So it looks like this. I think it's just time for it to leave my collection, and I think she will potentially get more usage out of it. As well as this. This is the Morphe Kathleen Lights collab palette. I've used it a couple times. It's a really nice color story. It's very pretty. The times I've used it have been nice, but these are not unique to my collection, and I'm not reaching for it. So I think these are things she can get some really nice looks out of. Yeah, with just very easy things to use. Nice pigmentation, but not too much type things. This is another thing I think she'd have fun with. This is the BH Cosmetics Blacklight Highlighter Palette. It was in my Shop My Stash advent calendar. It's very pretty. I still do like the formula. I just think she would enjoy it. So I think these are something fun she can use. My favorite is On Point. It's gorgeous. I think these are going to be really pretty, and if she doesn't like them as highlighting powder, if she doesn't want to highlight, they'll do a good job of being inner corner highlights, being eyeshadows that she can use on the lids, and I think it's another thing that she could potentially have a lot of fun with her daughter, playing, just painting your face and having fun. So these are things that I think could be a lot of fun, such as the Urban Decay Full Spectrum Palette. Comes with a little brush. It looks like this. This is another one that I liked. I used it, and then I just haven't really reached for it in a while, and I just don't think I'm going to with the current restrictions on my makeup, and I want somebody else to use it before it goes bad. It's bright colors. It's a lot of fun. It's a pretty good formula. I will miss C's. C's is a lovely color that I used all over the lid a lot. And yeah, I think this is something that she can have a lot of fun with and have some more just exploring makeup. Then, this is a little sad, but this is the Lorac Mega Pro 3. Again, with the very useful, usable colors that will kind of pair well with the other brighter things in here. It's a good formula, but again, I'm just not reaching for it, and I want this to get some affection somewhere that it can, because I just don't have the time to commit to these palettes, and I think she does. I think she will have some fun with it. Hopefully she'll like them. If not, they're hers to not like. And yeah, so these are all leaving my collection, going to my friend. And now I can say goodbye, and you guys can have a good weekend.